Okay, you see that dirty, nasty water? I cleaned this thing an hour ago. Look how gross it is already. So I'm going to try and put an automatic waterer together for the ducks. Do I think it's going to work? No, I think they're going to use it as their own personal sprinkler system. But I want them to have fresh water because it's always dirty and gross and nasty. I really don't know if this is going to work. This is a big experiment. We're going to take this bucket. We're going to try and attach a hose to it at the bottom. We're going to have that hose run down to a PVC pipe that is in the ducks' little house, their hut, whatever you want to call it. And then attached to that are going to be nipple waterers. Now, I do realize that ducks still need to be able to put their bill into water. So, I'm either going to keep their little kind of pond thing in there filled with water, or just leave that fount in there filled with water so they can still get their beaks in water, but they just never have fresh water. And so this is the way for me to give them fresh water. They can dip their beaks or whatever it is they need to do in the nasty water. But I just want them to have some fresh water that they can drink whenever they want that's not dirty, gross, and nasty. And I'm hoping that this nipple waterer will do the trick. I honestly think they're just going to play with it and make a big mess. Maybe this will make me feel like I actually tried to do something. Okay, time for a little show and tell. I've put, this is going to be the end that goes into the coop. I'm going to hook up a 1-inch PVC pipe here. It's not going to be very long, maybe a foot or two at the most, with a couple of the nipples hooked up to it and a cap on the end of the pipe. And I've used this little adapter here to go screw onto the hose and the PVC. This is the side that is going to go up on the bucket. I've got a little shutoff valve here. I'm going to have a little PVC pipe running from here to the bucket, well, here to this adapter. This is what I'm going to screw through the pipe. Hopefully I've got an O-ring in here and an O-ring here. We'll drill a little hole, and then hopefully we screw these things tight together and there's no leak. And the water will run through here, just down at the bottom, you know, somewhere like that. As you can see, my drill didn't do a very clean job. So I'm going to use this Dremel, and I think this is a grinding attachment, but this is all I've got. I don't have very many attachments for it, so I'm going to try and use that on this because the plastic's actually pretty thin. I'm going to see if I can get a little cleaner and make the hole a little bit bigger this way. Alright, so I've got it screwed in, kind of. At least it's starting to go. And as you can tell, not only can I not cut straight lines, I can't cut circles either, but we'll see. Hopefully this works out. If not, the bucket was $2 and I will go get another bucket if need be. You see it leaking out the bottom there? I'm gonna go look in my plumbing supplies and see what we have that can help us seal this up. Alright, I found some thread sealer. I'm going to apply it on the outside here, see if I can seal up that little leak. It might be too big for this to work. If this doesn't work, I have a couple of other ideas, but I'll have to go to the store for that. Haha! We fixed it! I really tightened it up. I cranked down on the threads as well. And as you can see here, it's just coming out of the spout now instead of down at the bottom of it. Oh no! It's coming out the side now. Well, nuts. Okay, so that thread sealer, it's not really made to do what I'm trying to do with it. So I think that's why it's not really working very well. We are going into town later today, so I think what I'm going to do is put together the rest of it and maybe give it a little test run, even though I know it's going to leak everywhere. And I can get a new bucket, and I think I'm going to try some plumber's putty. I've used that before with great success, and I think if I do that, either with a new bucket or putting some plumber's putty around the edge there, I think I'll be okay. But I think this might work, actually. I'm kind of excited. See, here's the end of my just hose. This is a 10-foot hose. I did buy an adapter so that I can cut this shorter if I want. This 10-foot hose, I mean, I probably will. That's really long. But now I can screw on this little valve so I can stop putting water down there whenever I want. Screw on the valve. We won't go, I'm still letting that cure. I'm not going to go super tight yet. Then I can screw on my hose. And now if I want to take this thing apart, or whatever, I can turn this valve off, take the hose off, and I can take my bucket wherever I need it, do whatever I need to do with it. Before I continue on the project and forget this, because we keep forgetting to give him a shout out, we want to say thank you to Uncle Haas for sending us seeds. He sent us canteen gourd seeds and cleome seeds. I think I said that right. So we had never heard of cleome before until Haas sent this to us, and I had to watch his video. I still might not be pronouncing it right, but I looked up some pictures. It's a real pretty flower. And then the canteen gourds, I mean, they can just be really useful on the homestead. So I'll put a link up here to Uncle Haas's page. Thank you, Haas, for the seeds. We really appreciate it. It was so kind of you to send them to us. Give you a quick peek into our chicks. Maybe you all can help me with what breed they are. It's definitely two different breeds that they gave us. They're really pretty. I have my guesses. We just know that they're a large breed. That's all we know. It's a big kind of, I don't know. I mean, you might call them dual purpose, but some kind of large egg-laying breed. So what are you all guessing as far as what we've got here? Hit us up in the comments and let us know. It's too windy to do some of this outside, any of the talking. I'm going to try and put 2 of the nipples on here. Now that I'm looking at it, I kind of wish I had made it a little bit longer. I do have extra pipe and can buy a 50-cent piece or whatever it is to, I've got extra caps. Might have to buy another one of these though. But, I can always make this 3 times as long as if I want. It'd be really easy if I feel like this isn't working out. So now we're going to screw a couple of the nipples in, and then we can sort of give it a test run, even though it's going to leak. So here's my creation in all of its glory. I apologize if the wind is really bad. We have our bucket with our stop valve. We can screw up to our hose, and I can shorten this hose if I want to, okay? And then this is going to go down to my waterer. This will sit on top of their cage. This will go down inside the cage, screwed on here. And I could put another valve on down here if I wanted to. And then this will be inside the cage. This is they make vertical and horizontal nipple waterers. horizontal actually sound a little bit better, but these are the vertical kind, so I'm gonna have to hang it kind of high in the cage for them to work on it. I think they're mostly going to play with it. It's going to be a fun toy, but maybe it will help them get some clean drinking water. I'm just gonna kind of zip tie this to the inside of their cage now, and then I know it's gonna leak, but we can at least give it a shot. As you can see, I've angled it out just a little bit. I think it'll still work though, it seems like. I didn't want to put it too up and down because then they're gonna have to put their faces right next to the wire. So now we get to hook up the hose. All right, you can see I've got it zip tied. We've got everything hooked up there. We've got everything hooked up here. I'm gonna dump water in the top. I'm not very confident in this at all. I think I'm probably gonna have a couple of leaks that I'm gonna have to fix. I'm just dumping a gallon of water in right now, and we're just gonna see what happens. So here we go. Okay, all right, I've got a pretty good leak here. You can see water running down my roof. So pretty good leak here. Oh, look at that, really good leak there. All right, and I've got a little leak here too. This is not leaking, so that's good. Let's see if we've got water here. I think my valve needs to be turned on. Okay, no leaks down here. Let's see if I have water. Still no water. I think it's because I have all this hose here. Really, I was trying to, I put it over here to try and support it. I notice it's so heavy that, I mean, you can see it can really push down on that PVC going into my bucket. Okay, I've got a new plan. I don't think, I mean, if you look, my bucket's kind of going uphill, right? Like you can kind of tell it's not really downhill. So I think I'm going to put my bucket up here, and I'm going to instead run, because my roof does angle, I'm gonna run my pipe maybe to the middle here, because I got plenty of hose. There's like 10 feet of hose. I'll run it to the middle here or over here. That way I know it's going downhill, sloping, hopefully, no matter where I've got this. Okay, well that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna keep tweaking this. Hopefully by our next episode, if you will, I will have that water figured out and working a lot better for the ducks. I think we'll probably have to teach them how to use it a little bit. Maybe they're curious enough, they'll just figure it out on their own. But I think that's all we've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Instagram, Laura's blog, our Facebook page. Please like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. And we will talk to you later.